What's good, guys? This is Carlos, the Colombian guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel once again. And today, guys, I would like to bring you the updates and the best information of my beautiful country, Colombia, fellas. And first of all, if you identify yourself as a pastor bros, you better sit down and watch this video, guys, because a Colombian newspapers has published an article that say pastor bros are losers. Pastor bros have to go out from the country to find women. And before I start talking about this, and I start reading this article with y'all, so let me just explain to y'all and clarify and be clear that I don't have nothing against the pastor bros. My idea, my goal is trying to bring you guys, the info and the updates of my country. So I don't have nothing against the pastor, the pastor bro, guys. So let me read this history with you guys because this was just posted yesterday and it's a lot that I'm gonna bring to you guys. I also have videos and all of that. So let me just say with this, guys. So the article say this: they travel abroad to get pretty girls, but they are losers in their countries. Colombian explains what pastor bros are. This movement will be gaining strength thanks to social networks and dating apps. Foreign tourists are attracted to Colombian and other Latin American countries not only because of the difference in the currency exchange. It is the beautiful it is the beautiful landscapes or the idea of an adventure. Women usually play an essential role when they are choosing their next destination, especially if they traveling as a single person. Several of those who come in search to a romantic relationship or to have a good time with a pretty girl will be part of the Pastor Bros movement that a Colombian content creator decided to explain on social network what that means. I'm going to tell you something about gringos, which is very few of you know. There is something that the United States, Canada, and other countries called pastor bros, and it's like a movement. Pastor bros mean pastor friends or pastor brothers. So his modus operandi, he say, will consist of getting his passport and going to countries where they can find pretty girls, pretty women like Colombia, Brazil, Thailand. They leave the countries because they are tired of the locals women because they don't pay attention to them because because there is not like they have money or like they just are like a regular people over there. So knowing the dynamic supports the past bros, the young Colombian tried to warn his followers who get carried away by his talented accent in the Nordic and the Nordic appearance. What's happening that those men's foreigners who foreigners from development countries who travel alone that you see here, they are losers over there. Not all of them are very are losers, but the majority they are losers. They are lack of trust will notice as they fell in a power relationship, which is they have the advantage due to the machismo. Is a phenomenon. Is known in Mexico, which is however replicated in Colombia and other countries in the area. So if you guys don't know what that means, machismo is basically like when you have this is not seen like machismo in Colombia, but I think like it's just part of the culture. So for me, I don't think it's a machismo. I just think like it's part of the culture, because something about majority of Colombians women, I'm not talking about everybody and the mama. Majority of Colombians women, like they don't work. Like they just are in the house. The men, are working, and then when the men get back to work, they get up, early in the morning. They cook for them breakfast, all of that, So majority of them they don't cook lunch because majority of they men, they working in the day. So they do, they cook dinner, they clean the clothes, all of that. They do like the housekeeping, all of that. But this happened because majority of Colombians men, they don't like that the woman be working, because you know, like they feel like, you know, some type of way, and they just feel like, you know, the man is designed to work and provide for women. You know, that's in our culture, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I've been hearing, you know, a lot of stuff about, you know, especially, you know, American culture, because, you know, majority of my clients, they're from America, so they've been saying, oh, you know, like 50-50 thing and stuff like that, which is, you know, it's something like, you know, I don't give my opinion about that, because, you know, I respect people cultures, but, you know, like explaining, you know, this thing about machismo. So a lot of people, they think like it's kind of machismo, like some men, they don't want the woman to work, they don't want, you know, some of them like to be kind of like independent, you know, all of that. So that's what they call kind of machismo, but, you know, it's also, you know, part of our culture, because like I say, Colombia's men, you know, they kind of majority of Colombian men, you know, they provide for the woman, you know, they don't like them to work. But, you know, I think it's mostly like kind of like was like old team, because now like the new generation, majority of them, you know, they want to work, they want to move around, you know, they want to be independent, you know, they want to generate their own income. So, you know, like when they trying to like the man is trying to kind of forbid the woman, like, oh, you know, you know, prohibits the woman to do things, you know, to do like work and stuff like that. So this is what is known as machismo in Colombia, guys. So they say they get nervous talking, that's what the article say, they get nervous talking to a woman, that they get shit talking about women's. But here they don't have to do anything. So they just come here and the girls talk to them because they are blonde, they have green eyes, more silver, and because the visa is there. But that's the point. You know, you guys are hanging out with the losers over there, the guys that women don't want. So those are the guys that are dating the ones that they idolize. So those who came across the video, social network talk opposition. So in a favor, and other again speculating about this motivation when exposing the topic. John Spolos is the perfect example. Everyone's know if they know it is a transaction, there is the issue is that the women in the countries work hard and they are independent. They don't expect a man to pay for everything for them. Totally true. The fool is the money. The full monies at the living man's money are worth the same. Understanding that the Passport Bros dynamic also work in reverse. Content creator Jung Lee, known as the Korean Paisa, as the Korean with Paisa accent, warning Latina woman about this type of men known as a Passport Bros. They should avoid when they visiting their country, the ones who ask if you live alone. So he kind of, you know, is giving like kind of like few advice, you know, like about, you know, Passport Bros, all of that. This guy right here. So let me read the advice as the guy, you know, is trying to give the girls, you know, all of that. So the one who asks if you live alone from the first time you met more. And for you, I tell you one thing, that man asks you if you live alone to know if they can tuki at your house. Tuki is kind of like, you know, to have like kind of like a private moment, you know what I mean? So the one who only follows friends, woman in the social network, fact really, I'm sure that this type of guys have fetish for a friend woman. Why does he only follow friend woman? I mean, so the one that disappeared for hours without answering your message, that doesn't make sense, doesn't make much sense in Colombia, because we all the time are on our cell phone, we always answering message through WhatsApp or any social media that we using. So if that man doesn't respond to you for 4 hours, that's already saying like suspicious to me. So fellas, you know, I also, you know, every time I do like a video or something, I like to give, you know, my opinion about these guys. But, you know, like, hey, you know, now it's time for me to open my chips, because, you know, this is just the beginning, guys, because I also, you know, brought the videos to you, because, you know, this is kind of like Passport Bros, you know, when I talk about, you know, when we talk about these topics, it's kind of complicated, because like some guys, they feel like, you know, you might hate on them or something, but it's not like that. I actually, you know, I've been doing my own investigation, and I got, you know, those videos right here that, you know, I also, you know, can prove to you guys that, you know, I'm not talking, you know, I'm not just talking shit, trying to get views, or either, you know, I'm trying to, you know, I'm against, you know, the passport bros or something. So fellas, you know, now it's time for me to open my GoPay and watch this video with me, guys. This video right here, you know, this video also, you know, I got this from the Colombiano and I did the translate on my own. So if I made some mistake, I hope you guys understand that part, because English is not my native language. So, you know, let's watch this video. Let me just, fellas, watch this video with me, guys, right here. How you heard about the passport bros or the passport boy? Let me just say about it. Last year in Medellin, we broke out the record in tourism. To the city arrived almost 1,400,000 people from all over the world. And sometimes, you know, this group, they only don't come here to visit a nice place, you know. This is the point about this passport boys, passport bros, or passport kings. It's a movement of guys that they invite all the guys to get the passport across the sea and trying to find women that are traditional women. So they don't want somebody, and they just want to find someone to hang out. They actually want to marry and get back to their country. And a lot of these communities and groups, you can find it on TikTok. And what they do is like support between them, each other, you know. And they also share a guide and explain the step how they can find good women for their life. And it looked like a movement, like a politician movement. And this community also, you can find it on internet. And before they go to a travel, they share information between them in all these groups. And they also post videos like that, how you can find a Latina with a big ass. They also recommend to take a dance class and exchange language in Provenza and take your dream woman to Cartagena. Because if you think like it's expensive, no, this Colombia is pretty cheap for a lot of these guys. And this is an old thing. But now it's just getting popular and in public. So for more than 15 years, it's been promoted like tours for men that are trying to find a new love. And also there is websites in internet that you can subscribe, and they will show you like a menu with a lot of information about what you got to do to reach out to them, to do a video call, to send the letters. And they will tell you how to find a woman in Colombia. And they also had tours with escort that they will show you more than 50 women. Is this a new colonizing, or they cover their own interests, like places like Brazil, like a lot of these guys have been captured against crimes against sexual tourism? Just to give some examples, last February, 2 American citizens were captured in Medellin, and crimes against sexual tourism about minors. It seems like a modern movement is just an excuse to offer sexual tourism, and behind all these traditional women, there is a lot of dollars that are getting paid. So guys, and like I was saying, you know what I mean? That my idea, you know, with all these videos, you know, is to prove y'all, you know, that I don't have nothing against the pastor bros, you know, that I'm not creating these stories, you know, that. But what I can see from here is like, this is also, you know, it's gonna affect a lot of guys that they really, you know, trying to date Colombian women, you know, that they just don't trying to, you know, hang out, all of that. And, you know, the reason why I'm saying this is because Colombians and like other, you know, Latino cultures, well, I think like all the countries in the world, you know, they have their own culture, you know, but Colombians, you know, they are, you know, very attached, you know, to the culture, you know, they listen their families a lot, you know, all of that. With this article, you know, all of that, like I say, you know, like Colombians will read this, you know, they will sense maybe they mind, you know, about Dane of Raymond's, you know, all of that. So, and I also, you know, I don't want to blame nobody for this, but, you know, I do know, like, you know, like, now, you know, this is getting like, you know, like very popular, you know, in public, you know, all of that. You got all these YouTubers, you know, coming from far away. Yes, record, you know, say Colombian women are easy, you know, they're traditional, you know, all of that, you know, and this is what it's causing is problems, you know, it's causing a lot of problems because, you know, like a lot of guys, you know, they're getting killed, you know, all of that, they're getting their hair broken because they come here with the idea like, oh, you know, Colombian women are submissive, you know, this and that, But you know, this is a cap. You know, majority of Colombian women, they are not submissive. You know, they give you the hell if you let them do it. You know what I mean? But some of them, majority of them, they loyal. You know, they go with you to the end. But you know, that something that they submissive is not true, because like I said, you know, I already explained, you know, how my culture is, and I would say, you know, it's more about the culture. You know, with the culture, you know, they might, you know, you guys might think like they are submissive, but they won't be quiet. You know, in some situations, you know, they will put you in your place. You know, they will argue with you if you give them the reason to do it. So don't even say like, you know, they submissive. You know, this, they easy, that, because you know the real Colombian women, like, they don't be. I'm gonna speak facts. You know, I'm gonna say the truth, because you know I'm tired of this cap. You know, all these people around, and they don't even Colombians. They don't even speak Spanish. So you know, don't come with me telling me like people in my country, women in my country are easy. They easy today. They this, they that. This is a cap. The real Colombian woman, we take for you months to even like maybe date with them. Like, you know, like maybe have the opportunities, you know, to for them to open for them, like, you know, to open their legs or something. You know, it's gonna be a hard. You know, real Colombian women, you know, like any women in the world, like you got difficult women everywhere. You know, like I said, but you know, like don't say like, you know, Colombians are easy. These, you know, you can be like with the models, you know, all of that, this and that, because no, what easy comes, easy goes. So if you hanging out like with, you know, like with a woman that, you know, they don't belong to nobody, of course that is gonna be easy. But you know, if you want like a real woman, you know, like real women are everywhere. No, doesn't matter the flag. Real women are everywhere, but they difficult to find. So the one that you can find, you just gotta give them the value, you know, all of that, all, you know, so you can be with her or with them, you know, for a while. So you know, like all this shit, like, you know, recording, like posting the groups and stuff like that. Don't do it. Just move in silence. Colombian women, they hate that. If all these women wouldn't know, like they be posting, like they be posting in groups just because they went out and the woman bought a salchipapa, you know, a hot dog, like a hamburger for them. They posted those groups, you know, all of that. The relationship, that would be the end. They don't like that. They hate that. I'm telling you, because I'm Colombian. I can fucking show you my ID, Colombia, born and raised in Cartagena, Colombia. So, you know, I'm speaking to you, you know, about my country, so you guys can have an idea like how Colombian women are. You know what I mean? But of course, you know, like if you are, you know, with women from the Cloud Tower, Paquilleras, you know, all of that, of course, you know, that's gonna be easy today. It's gonna be easy today. It's way too easy today. So, but you know, for this, like traditional woman, you know, real Colombian woman, we take long, you know, for you to hang out with them guys. Hey, you know, I'm so sorry, you know, for the guys that identify themselves as a passport bros, you know, because all this situation, you know, all of that. But guys, you know, like sometimes it's not your fault. You know, there is a lot of guys, you know, like they've been in passport bros group, you know, all of that. They put in shit, you know, like they've been exposing gurus, you know, stuff like that. And this is not cool. This is not cool, because it's making look the whole group, the entire group, the passport bros group, is making them look back in Colombia, and they creating a horrible reputation, and a lot of these guys, they don't want to identify themselves as a passport bros no more, because you guys, you know, this all, you know, young guys, even the old ones, because it's not just about the Johns, you know, even the old ones, you know, been traveling here, you know, exposing women, all of that. This is not making passport bros be cool, making them look good in Colombia. And you know, the administrator, you know, the manager, the moderator, whoever is, they gotta pay attention, you know, double checking all this situation, because it's already been out from the hands. And you know, I think like, you know, it's nothing to do now for them, for the passport bros. They just gotta deal with this horrible reputation. And I also know there is some passport bros that they just don't only travel for pussy. For women, you know, they actually, you know, travel for business, you know, all of that. But unfortunately for guys, you know, like they're creating this being horrible reputation that passport bros, they only travel for pussy, drugs, women, you know, even minors, because now they're being associated with minors, which is like, you know, very daily. It's a very difficult topic to talk about, because, you know, there is no even guys that they belong to the pastor bros that they've been committing crimes against me, but guess what? How the pastor bros they're the one like kind of most popular, they accusing them to be promoting sexual tourism, these YouTubers, all of that, this and that. So that's the reason why. They, of course, they would blame pastor bros because they are the most popular. They promoting all of that. So fellas, that's all I wanted to bring to you guys. I hope you guys like my video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, fellas. If any day, any time, any moment, any second, any minute, any year you guys coming to Cartagena, Colombia, don't forget to hit me up because I own a tour company here in the city. We offer tours like Volcano, Palenque, private yachts, private boat, all of that, fellas. Hey, I also gonna drop off my PayPal information. If you guys wanna show me some love, just go ahead. But I'm not begging for money, guys. I make good decent money to live in Colombia. Also, guys, I've been getting like a lot of negative comments, about my bed, about the bed right here, fellas. It's nothing that I can do. Unfortunately, I'm not rich. It's not like I just wanna, I just feel like I wanna open a studio tomorrow and I can do it. No, I gotta save money and it takes time and it takes money and it's a lot of money to invest. So right now, I make decent money in Colombia, but I've been doing other stuff, so I'm not in the point to just open a studio, all of that, fellas. I gotta show my reality. You guys see the bed, I can move the bed because like this is I live with my fiance, so this bed belong to her, so I just can't move because I want to. No, I gotta show my reality, and then I feel like if you guys like my show, the main thing you guys gotta worry about is my content and not my bed. She's there and I will move you guys, unfortunately, because that's my reality, and this is what I'm gonna show to you guys. That's what I have. That's what I have. So I apologize if you don't like see the bed over there, but she's gonna be there. That's it, So like I say, the most important thing is my content. So and I appreciate, guys, all the love, all the support that you guys been showing me. So just let me know I'm doing a great job, guys. So guys, hey, I will let you go now, guys. See you soon, guys. See you next time. This is Carlos, the Colombian guy. Boom, boom, boom.